We've seen the Reinhardt main tank difference. Now we're looking at the Wrecking Ball, and now it gives a free engage for Dan as he tries to lead it in to help his team, creates a ton of space for them, and it allows Onigod to collect 2 quick and easy kills. The point also going their way. Gonna grab the Mega Health Pack, and now we're going to see ultimates being used. Transcendence by both these teams. Pulse Bomb connects. Edison finding that kill onto Neptuno. The burst damage just piercing straight through the superior healing. And now the Atlanta Reign have got enough pickoffs that it could be turnable in their favor right now. Elevo falling very low as well. He's going to get chunked down from the dynamite damage as Edison just tries to clean up the rest of the players who have been made very weak.
Which is a theme so far here. We think of Atlanta as being a very fast-paced, aggressive team, but this comp so far playing extremely slowly.
See, Kai has to send out Bomb in the backline. Sooner though, classic combo to grab with the Pulse Bomb. Removes 3. Kai trying to turn things around for his team, but it's a hard task, and he's going to get chased down by Sooner in the backline here. Might even be looking for an extra target. As Edison's
surely Edison is not going to
get his way out of here. The recall.
This is just going to be a terrible stagger.
Is a huge advantage moving forwards. Now you can see the Gravitic Flux coming out. Neptuno tried to cancel it with the shield bash. Wasn't possible, but Sooner even it out again. Look at this guy. He is absurd. It's not over just yet, though. The Atlanta Reign have got the bodies onto the point here. The shield going to be blocking up a lot of these mines, but Dan is still healthy, and Hawk, the last man standing, he has to stay onto the point, but he's so weak, and it's not going to be enough. The Paris Eternal.
So I understand the pick here from Elevo. Hawk, there's a nice little pick as well. And Kai at the moment is making all the difference on this Widowmaker, finding pick after pick.
Yeah, really playing towards his strengths here. You can see them trying to brawl in the left or the right-hand approach. Oh, wow, the Pulse Bomb laid down by Edison, and the whip shot to push him back into his team.
From Dan, and Khan's actually used his trance to come into this.
Interesting. I don't know why the Transcendence was used, and Kai obviously didn't get taken out there. The Gravitic Flux to try and turn this fight. The Paris Eternal are committing everything into this. A lot of ultimates being used, and the longer it goes, the worse it's getting for them. 85% and counting. The Atlanta Reign, I think that might just be it. Across the battlefield as Hawk is going to get frozen. Maybe taken down. It could be an opportunity for the Paris Eternal to work with, but this is the final fight. And as the D-Mech comes out onto Elevo, the players fall one by one, and the Atlanta Reign, they make it look easy, Josh. Absolutely. Well, the Atlanta Reign are not going to be running the sim, but they're going to be trying to get through this initial choke point. Elevo gets D-Mech'd. Caught out of position. I'm not quite sure how that happened, if he was just trying to peel away, but losing one of your tanks is disastrous, and as well, a last-ditch charge coming in from Dan here. The Immortality Field eventually going to be broken. The Atlanta Reign have no issues whatsoever. I'm just picking up the pieces here, and eventually they are going to be able to cap this checkpoint A.
There you go.
Onigod's just caught out. That's a friendly wall. He's like looking for a flank opportunity. They may not realize he's there, but the players have fallen. Naga and Khan are gone. Kai with the amplification matrix, just shredding through them, sending the arrows straight through it. And Onigod, even tried to go for a little bit of a flank attempt, wasn't going to be doing anything at all. And it's really just staved off the Paris Eternal now. They're not even letting them get into position to set up these TPs. Now, okay, they're going to go straight up onto the high ground to try and take out Massa, but he recognizes it. He backs off, and they've caught out one of the main tanks.
Fantastic boops here from Massa. They're so good. Every time they try and go for a teleport, he's booping them back, trying to isolate individual targets for the rest of his team to pick to pieces. It's so well played by the loose as well. Look at that. They expect everybody to be teleporting up to the left-hand side. It's a classic move for Paris.
Oh,
and instead,
wow.
Comes around the back with the 4-man shatter. What a play.
Typically, we've seen so many teams just take their time with this one. Gator playing all the way up into their faces, lays down a shatter, but not getting too much work done. It doesn't matter, though. The damage is already done as he's swinging into them, and the Blizzard will not be enough to try and take down these members. It freezes them up, but not for much longer. And this amplification matrix as well. Self-destruct gets sent in and actually catches Dan out of position, as I believe he was frozen up. Yeah, the Blizzard from Pelican catching a bunch of these players. And that's the opening they were looking for. Another flank attempt by Onigod. I mean, that is okay. He's gonna pay for it with his life, but you know, I guess he gets the upper hand in it. Push, but it's so easy to get pressured from the high ground. He's gonna start swinging into them. Definitely has the heals.
There's the main wall.
Now the engagement. Dan dropping down. The Earth Shatter connects. The shield was not being held. The charge comboing into the Deadeye. That's going to stop them right in their tracks here. The Paris Eternal now stopping the card here. Both players leading it down. You can see it actually did catch onto Hawk. Has to use the self-destruct. The Deadeye being used from the back line. Kai just trying to put pressure onto all of them. What a boop! Beautiful play coming out from Massa. He paid for it with his life, but he set up his team for success. Wonderful, wonderful work comboing into the Deadeye, and it makes Kai look like the hero. Off the clock, but now they're going to start to engage once more. Another Ice Wall comes up from both of these teams. Self-destruct over into the corner. It's forced the entire team forwards, and it is chaos in the corridors. Currently, Gator still alive. Sandbar now, as Neptuno tries to keep his team in it. The Paris Eternal want to try and get a pick-off or two. The Matrix laid down, and a Nerve Shatter built up by Gator, unleashed onto the battlefield, and that's going to really do a lot of business now to the Paris Eternal.
Have given up space.
Yeah, Matrix laid down for both the teams. Again, Blizzard into the back line. Maybe going to be able to get a freeze off onto one or two targets, but Gator is the first one to go down here. The Atlanta Reign, they're going for a bit of a divide and conquer strategy, just backing off and letting them onto the point. Are they going to go for a last-minute contest? No.
Hey, I love
away. I think. Yeah, I believe
that's really well played by the Paris Eternal.
An aggressive Blizzard to counteract that play. Immortality Field comes through. The Shatter as well. There was no shield to hold up. Frozen in place, and Gator makes the most of it. Again, the spawn camp continues. No players falling. Dana's still being healed up. The Matrix laid down. It is complete and utter pandemonium for the Atlanta Reign. It feels like they are in control of the situation. They are thriving, Josh, in the chaos.
And Paris are being forced to use ults again to get out of their spawn. They freeze up Gator, but Onigod's already fallen. No one can finish off this Reinhardt. Someone's got to kill Gator. He takes the sound barrier, and Atlanta continue.
But Dan eventually puts him down. As you can see, the charge came out. The Immortality Field, the Matrix once again going to be falling here. The Atlanta Reign is still holding strong. Self-destruct to try and push them away, peel them away. And eventually, it feels like they might be getting an edge into this fight, but the Atlanta Reign are making them fight for a tooth and nail. Don't know if the Atlanta Reign are going to have opportunities to recontest this, Josh.
Yeah, the problem is half of their team stayed alive in that engagement and have now been squashed up top, literally in the case of Pelican. Atlanta are going to die on the payload here and try and contest for as long as they can, but it seems like a bit of an inevitability that they're going to translate this.
It certainly does. 25 seconds left. And honestly, this is one of the dangers of the spawn cap. You know, takes some prolonged team fights, and now look at it. 1 minute 20 on the clock, and the fight continues now into the final section of Eichenwalde. Paris Eternal looking to try and contest, but they lose Naga early.
Naga was hiding around the corner trying to get a cheeky little Blizzard off, and Atlanta read it. Hawk spotted them, and they were able to isolate that kill. There's Dan with a bit of an Earth Shatter trying to trade the Reinhardts out, and Paris, they're determined to make this momentum work for them. There's a wall that isolates Gator, throws the Blizzard in as well. That's going to be the main tank. The Atlanta Reign frozen up. Immortality
Gator
keeps him alive.
So low. Deadeye from the high ground here. Onigod's looking for opportunities, but not finding them. Self-destruct as well, pushing the positioning away, buying off this precious time. The Paris Eternal desperate to take it, but Dan falls, Josh.
I don't know whether this is doable anymore for the Paris Eternal. 10 seconds left. Neptuno's the only player in a position to touch. Look at him up there. They found him already, isolated him, and even this scrappy attempt at a recontest is not going to work. There goes the Paris Eternal. 1-2 record for them. And the Atlanta Reign put their first win on the board, and they keep themselves in contention for the knockouts of the May Melee.